Hello everyone, welcome to this series on famous villains in the plays of William Shakespeare. And in this video, we are going to discuss the character of Richard III from the play Richard III. Introduction. Richard III, also known as the Duke of Gloucester, is one of William Shakespeare's most notorious villains. He ascends to the throne through a combination of cunning, deceit, and ruthless ambition. His character in Richard III is a study in the destructive power of unchecked ambition and the complexities of evil. This video explores the various dimensions of Richard's character, examining his motivations, manipulative tactics, and thematic significance, supported by relevant quotes from the play. Ambition and ruthlessness. Richard's ambition is the driving force behind his actions throughout the play. He is determined to seize the throne and will stop at nothing to achieve his goal, including murder and betrayal. His ruthlessness is evident from the very beginning as he reveals his intentions to the audience in the opening soliloquy. Act 1, Scene 1. Richard outlines his plan to ascend to power. I am determined to prove a villain and hate the idle pleasures of these days. This declaration sets the tone for Richard's character, showcasing his resolve to pursue his ambitions regardless of the moral or ethical implications. Cunning and manipulation. Richard's rise to power is marked by his cunning and ability to manipulate those around him. He is a master of deceit, using his wit and charm to deceive and outmaneuver his rivals. Richard's manipulative nature is evident in his interactions with other characters, where he often presents a facade of loyalty and sincerity while secretly plotting their downfall. In Act 1, Scene 3, Richard pretends to be a concerned and loyal subject while secretly plotting the downfall of his brother, Clarence. Plots have I laid, inductions dangerous, by drunken prophecies, libels and dreams, to set my brother Clarence and the king in deadly hate the one against the other. Richard's ability to manipulate those around him, including his own family, highlights his cunning and strategic mind. Physical deformity and psychological complexity. Richard's physical deformity is a central aspect of his character. Shakespeare uses Richard's appearance as a metaphor for his moral and psychological corruption. Richard himself is acutely aware of his deformity and often uses it to his advantage, manipulating others' perception and expectations. In Act 1, Scene 1, Richard refers to his own deformity. Deformed, unfinished, sent before my time, into this breathing world, scarce half made up. This self-awareness adds a layer of psychological complexity to Richard's character as he uses his physical appearance to justify his actions and fuel his ambition. Relationships and betrayal. Richard's relationships with other characters are marked by betrayal and manipulation. He betrays his brothers, Clarence and Edward, orchestrates the deaths of his nephews, and manipulates Lady Anne into marrying him despite having killed her husband. His interactions are driven by his relentless pursuit of power, often leading to tragic outcomes for those around him. In Act 4, Scene 3, Richard orders the murder of his nephews, the young princes in the tower. Shall I be plain? I wish the bastards dead, and I would have it suddenly performed. This act of ruthless betrayal underscores Richard's willingness to eliminate any threat to his power, including innocent children. Thematic significance. Richard's character embodies several key themes in the play, including the corrupting influence of power, the nature of evil, and the consequences of unchecked ambition. His actions and the ensuing chaos highlight the destructive potential of power when wielded without moral restraint. Richard's rise and fall serve as a cautionary tale about the dangers of ambition and the inevitable downfall that follows a reign of tyranny. In Act 5, Scene 3, Richard's psychological unraveling becomes apparent as he is haunted by the ghosts of those he has killed. Despair and die. These hauntings symbolize the weight of Richard's conscience and the ultimate price of his ruthless quest for power. Conclusion. Richard III is a character of immense complexity, marked by his ambition, cunning, and ruthlessness. His rise to power through a series of murders and betrayals exemplifies the destructive nature of unchecked ambition and the moral corruption that accompanies it. Through Richard, Shakespeare explores themes of power, evil, and the consequences of tyranny. Richard's legacy as one of Shakespeare's most formidable and memorable villains continues to captivate audiences, cementing his place in the canon of literary history. So this was the discussion on the character of Richard III in Shakespeare's play Richard III. We will meet in the next video and discuss some other character. Until then, goodbye and thank you.